Hello, gamers of the internet.
Hello. We're not drinking.
We're not drinking.
You're probably wondering why we're talking about the ending again. We got a lot of requests asking if we could do this sober, which we are right now. In fact, we're here in the office right now, just about to do the FTEs for this game. And it's been what, been a month since we finished the ending?
It's been about a month, maybe 2 months actually.
No, the franchise as a whole. Yeah.
I think we finished on October the 2nd, if I recall, shouting out, like, what day is it today in the recording session while I was drunk?
I can't remember. I was also drunk.
It was October the 2nd, because I was like, what time is it? What day is it? Yeah, it's October.
It can't have been October
It was October the 2nd.
Really, before Halloween?
Yeah. Yeah.
Feels like we just did it yesterday.
Oh, it really does. Well, we just finished.
Wow, it's 2 minutes and already we're getting a bit...
I only finished editing it 2 days ago.
A bit mushy about it, but man. Congratulations, Ben. You did it. You got the final part out.
Mate, that was such a
took you an entire week, but it was worth
a week? It took me 2.
Yeah.
It took me 2 weeks.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me for under-exaggerating it.
Yeah, no, that was a mission. I was so nervous the whole time just editing that. I was just.
But we got it out.
I know, yeah. It came out really well. Premiere went really well. It was super fun playing along with the audience during that as well.
Yeah, it was well good doing that with chat.
Yeah.
Doing that with chat, I felt like was the most expressive, that's like the peak recording is doing it with well, not live, but just seeing chat's live reaction to what transpired. On that night. It
worked so well because the chat was in the chat.
Oh my god, I was losing my mind all over again when we got to the argument with Kibo. Everyone is spamming hope and despair. It's like, no, this is what I expected and I got it. And
I know.
This is great. It worked
so well. I loved how chat playing along with it all. It was so good. Thank you so much for playing along with all that, because that was actually hilarious.
Yeah, thanks for adding to the insanity, because it was hard seeing it on screen again and seeing it also in the text box on my browser. So cheers, guys.
Oh man, no, that was really fun.
I'm surprised my Firefox didn't just blow up.
So let's take
crash or whatever.
The whole of Class Trial 6 as a whole as the ending, right? Let's go through this. I feel like as a whole, there were some things that could have been done better, but I actually, as a whole, Sober Falls, I actually really enjoyed the ending.
After a long time mulling over it, especially on that lifeguard chair, where I've got nothing to do but mull over my own thoughts sometimes, which can both be a good and a bad thing depending. I feel like you said, I really like what it was going for.
Yeah.
I especially like the themes. I especially love that it says screw you to hope and despair. And it does actually keep to the theme of truth and lies at the end, which I'm really happy about, because I actually really enjoyed that theme throughout most of the game.
Yeah.
And
I found that really clever as well.
There's a lot to talk about because it's such an open
and so very open interpretation.
So open-ended.
But
even though I hear that Kodaka confirmed that yes, it is an alternate universe, I think that's what people said.
Oh yeah, people did say that in comments and on Discord. I believe they said that is.
And funny thing, apparently it wasn't a direct mic take to the audience.
No.
Because why would it be? It's its own fans.
Yeah.
But it kind of still, people still took it that way. We certainly did, because we were drunk out our arseholes, we're like...
And can you blame us? Yes, if you look at it maybe from a logical perspective, the game is about truth and lies, so you're not meant to believe what it's saying to you right there and then, I guess. But when the game is throwing it in your face so hard like that, you just cannot think that it's not a mix.
No matter how you think about it, it's definitely meta commentary, 100%.
Yeah, it is definitely meta commentary.
But it was definitely we were correct. It is definitely a polarizing ending.
It's super polarizing.
A lot of mixed opinions on it.
I was I wasn't surprised by that, because I was thinking, this is actually probably very controversial.
Yeah, same with the whole protagonist swap with Kaede and Shorichi.
Yeah, I could.
That similar sort of level of, I don't know about that one, Chief. People might like what you just did there.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't intended. It definitely it came off sort of that way, but now that we kind of like got a different perspective of it and we've had time to think about it, it contributes to the whole theme, really, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. Like that whole class trial is complete. In a way, that whole class trial is complete bullshit.
It's complete insanity.
It is.
Which is what we signed up for Danganronpa.
It was just the idea of like you said, the themes, right, of truth and lies. I liked what it was going for in the sense that when it started pushing hope and despair to the forefront for like chapter 5 and stuff, you're like, no, you're going back to the original shit.
It purposely did it.
It purposely did that so it could say fuck you to the original shit. In the
why it was absolutely grating, especially when you take control of Kibo and he's like, oh no, I'm gonna do this for hope. Fuck this bad. I'm still like, oh, this is still bad. Bro. This is still bad. And then you get in a sword fight with Shuichi, it's just like, no, it's never gonna end because it always ends like this, and it always does.
It does.
And they really cram it down your throat.
They do.
I feel like they could have like maybe held back a little bit on that, because at that point it was like, yeah, we get it.
They wanted you.
Hope and despair does suck, and I do realise that is the point of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, dude, shut up. You could have condensed it a little bit, just tiny bit.
I mean but again, that's the point, right? They really wanted you to like be really pissed off with it.
Yeah.
And it worked because we were really pissed off with it.
Oh yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Oh no, but like I feel like it was really clever with the whole Kibo thing as well. Just because actually taking control of Kibo and not actually being on his side when you're actually in his shoes was actually kind of a stroke of genius, because you're still like, oh, I still want to be Shuichi because Shuichi's in the right here. I don't want to do what Kibo's saying.
Yeah, the change of perspective was nice.
It was. But
it was a little bit extra giving it over to Himiko and Maki too. I didn't really feel their impact with swapping to them as much as I did Kibo.
They didn't
or just like stick to Shuichi for the entire thing. I thought that Kibo was enough.
Yeah, I feel swapping to Kibo was good, but
especially when you think about how like you can also sort of say that you're also like someone watching, because even though you're playing, you're still like watching the killing game
through Kibo
unfold through Kibo technically. So you're technically the audience, you're controlling him, that's sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Kibo swap was alright. Maki and Himiko, I wasn't really feeling it.
Well, the Maki and Himiko thing, I think, was really kind of just gimmicky there, just to be like, oh no, make them decide that this too.
Besides the HUD change, I barely actually noticed when you stopped controlling them.
Yeah, well, there's no difference because it's just a HUD change, isn't it?
Yeah, literally always. So I was like, you could have maybe
made something different about it. If you were gonna swap to these characters, make them.
You got a nice red font for Maki. That was pretty sweet.
Really nice. Yeah, no, but overall that class trial was really fun. Where would you rate that in like?
Oh god, should we say it to the end?
Shall we say it? Because
there's still quite a lot to digest of that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Should we talk about Tsumugi?
Yeah,
her role as...
okay. Tsumugi as a whole, as a character.
In foresight, there's a lot of foreshadowing on her being the mastermind. There's a fucking bunch. Not just her obviously being in the bathroom, which is obviously our massive penny drop when we figured out, oh shit. That is a bit of an undeniable fact.
Yeah, I feel like Tsumugi is a mastermind. Like, you could argue that she was just a bigger victim of the killing game.
Well, because the true mastermind is Team Danganronpa, the executives behind the whole killing game. You aren't even in the game technically.
No, they're not. Like, basically Spike Chunsoft, but not really. But the made-up company in this world.
Yeah, because you see Team Danganronpa and you think, oh, that's like a nickname you give a team for someone working on like a game sometimes. I'm pretty sure I said it once in DR2 as well. I was like, oh yeah, Team Danganronpa, which kind of fucking like in hindsight, I'm like, oh shit, wait. What?
You just think,
what do you mean that's a plot point in V3?
But like, you just think that like Team Danganronpa, I just thought that was just a subsidiary of Spike Chunsoft.
Yeah, you see it on the screen, it's like, oh, they're the little team, Spike Chunsoft.
But isn't that logo only appear in this game, I think?
Yeah. This is a work of fiction.
Oh man, that is actually really funny though, looking back.
What bastards, God.
Yeah, man. That is funny though.
Yeah. So yes, Tsumugi as a mastermind is well, she as per her character.
Yeah.
She definitely doesn't have as much of a presence as, say, Junko in the older games.
No way near.
Which obviously it does lend to her whole, like, you know, oh, I'm just a plain normal cosplaying girl. But when you think about it, cosplaying is actually sort of like a big tip off to.
Yeah, like
she can be anyone or anything. Like, is Tsumugi even her real name?
No, I know. Is that even what she looks like in real life?
Yeah,
like, could she be cosplaying like someone else? The only
or
thing,
she also had the whims of Team Danganronpa too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, plus, you know, as the flashback lights, right? They could implant memories into people's heads. They could have easily.
Oh, those damn lights.
They could have easily put something in Tsumugi to make her think she was the mastermind.
Those fucking lights just make it way more open-ended than it should do, really.
I know.
Especially when you go into the whole argument about, like, oh, what Tsumugi said, a lie and a truth.
Yeah.
Because when you think of, like, what you saw in the prologue, and the prologue you got shown it in the final trial, the facts just do not add up at all. They're all over the place.
It's really funny though, because you know when we were seeing that prologue, I actually thought that I couldn't remember. It was so far back that could we played this game for a year and a half, and it took us this long to get here. That I couldn't remember the fucking prologue at that point. Like when we were seeing that, I thought, yeah, that must have happened. How did I not like?
There were bits and bobs that prodded it. The big one was obviously Rantaro.
Yeah.
Because us being like, wait, he sort of knows what's going on here.
Yeah. That was weird.
A big thing in chapter 1. Of course, that what made us lead to believe, oh, he's probably gonna die first. And he did.
And the other weird thing, you know, when Tsumugi was saying the world was peaceful or whatever. Well, if the world was peaceful, why would they, like, why did you see fucking Kaede get kidnapped, like, in the beginning?
She says that the world is rotten, and like,
yeah.
But the funny thing is that she says that both when she gets kidnapped and during the little casting thing that Tsumugi shows to. But that comes out, the casting comes out of Samugi's mouth, whereas you see it in the prologue.
Yeah.
When you actually, like, the first 5 minutes of the game, you see that.
Yeah.
But then you think you've got flashback lights, but you've also got lights that wipe memories. So is this just like shenanigans?
Yeah.
It's left so up in the air because also in the prologue, I remember things here and there where when the Monocops first show up.
Yeah.
And they say, wait, hang on a minute, like, you guys ain't been given your first memory yet?
Yeah.
But also, before that, Rantaro's still like, wait, is this what I think it is?
Did he say that in the actual...
He totally says that in the pro before they get their clothes and memories and talents. Yeah, he totally says, wait, if this is what I think it is, yeah, it's just as I suspect, in big highlights too, so you don't forget.
So then,
it's highlighted as well.
Well then, but the thing is, Rantaro's played the game before.
Yeah,
as well. That is the other thing, that he might be in the loop on that.
This brings me to my next point. Kaede says some weird shit in the prologue. She says things like, wait, if you're the Monocops, if you are the Monocops,
yeah,
as if she knows who they are prior, then that means, but they keep cutting her off. But her saying that all the time in that bit is like, what? So do you know that this is Danganronpa, or do you not?
So it's interesting.
Do you know what you signed up for, or were you put in the game against your will, and you're just aware that there's a bunch of killing games going on in the real world?
No, that's the thing, right? You just don't know whether
because it could just be light shenanigans.
If they actually wanted to be there, or if they were kidnapped to be there, or they know what the killing game is because of, again. The other thing is, even if you take this as like a separate world, and like whether that's a lie, you know what though, Kodaka could be fucking lying.
This is getting way too meta.
But Kodaka could be, when he did that interview, he could fucking be lying. Even if he confirms it's the truth, he could be fucking lying.
The game's about truth and lies. If the god of truth and lies
is, to be honest, right? To be honest, I don't. In my opinion, I don't see this as a separate thing. I think this is still part of the Danganronpa world. Like, I still...
There's a lot.
Like, this is like...
that backs that up, because especially in that little epilogue at the end, with all those words that Tsumugi's saying when she's beaten as well.
Yeah, even like...
And she's like, I failed to be like her. And they think, copycat.
Yeah.
Well, who else do you know who was like that? Junko back in DR1 too.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, well, did DR1 2 actually really do happen? And maybe Team Danganronpa just took inspiration from the real life events that happened, or
like, yeah, so
is it all really just fiction? And they were just killing games or whatever the fuck.
See,
well, you're just Truman shows.
Yeah, because like
it's so open ended, it's ridiculous.
Because okay, like there's other things as well. This I don't know. There's other weird thing. I think this has been in the works for this ending he was into. I think he's wanted to do this for a long ass time because like you go back and look at the Monokuma Theatre in DR2.
Oh, that one.
Like, that mirrors this so hard.
I know, yeah.
And it's like, so, like, what are the Monokuma Theatres then? Again, is that, like,
is that
actually,
the one where Monokuma addresses the player and he's like, nothing is real.
Yeah.
Why are you still here?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
That was an ominous one back in Danganronpa 2.
But, like, Monokuma Theatres could just easily be, like, intermissions talking to the audience.
Yeah, I mean, you got intermissions in Class Trials too to sort of hammer that home as well.
Yeah, like the Monokuma Theatres, like they happen like at night time when they're sleeping, right? Or like in like reality TV shows when people are sleeping, like sometimes they show it,
night vision and all that shit.
Yeah, and they have like sometimes they have commentary like and stuff. Like,
oh man.
So I'm just saying, like,
just see Miyu doing her thing with Kibo in night vision, and
I guess it's up to how you feel about it.
Which does happen sometimes in like shows like Big Brother and shit.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god. But like,
you want to be comparing shit.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, if you take it as like a separate entity, you totally can believe in the lie. Like, I don't think it's telling the truth. I think the end prologue bit was like actually hammering home the truth rather than. I think it is connected.
Yeah, the stuff that's stated in the epilogue is a lot more poignant.
Yeah.
Than like, you know, well, I mean, as far as like all the other big twists and turns go.
Yeah.
I mean, most time you're just like adding the facts together, aren't you?
Yeah. But
because Danganronpa's that zany of a series, a lot of times you do believe what is going on, even though the theme is like truth and lie. It's like when Kokichi said he was the mastermind to just like make a stalemate in the game.
Yeah.
And we took that at real big face value, as you guys used to always remind us of.
Yeah, because it was done at the perfect time.
It was so on the ball and on the nose. It was like, oh, this seems dumb enough to sort of like be a real thing.
Like the fact that
even though it was chapter 5.
I will say though that it worked in its favour is the fact that it did the big reveal of the outside world, then gave you that he was the mastermind. It's easy to believe that.
A lot of imagery sort of gave really, credibility to it all.
It did, like it was very clear on like that it got you. It did a good job at fooling us pretty much the whole way through, I feel like.
Yeah.
It really did.
There's also a cute little tidbit as well that I've seen from a few people and a few theories online. And that's that in Shuichi's lab, which you see in chapter 4, there are case files. Yeah. And there's exactly 52 of them. And obviously it's like they probably outlined the past killing games that happened. Yeah. But they're all like drawings and diagrams, and that's also a bit of an open-ended thing to whether is that real or did someone just make this shit up and put it in there. Which sort of obviously backs up the fact that what if it is just all fiction? Someone just made that shit. Which, I mean, obviously it is if we're getting like
we're getting really mad, but like,
in universe,
in the world of Danganronpa though,
in B3's universe.
I'm sorry, I'm still on the fit. I still think that this is like I've had time to think about it, but I think what Kodaka said is a lie and this is actually connected.
You know what? It's funny. I feel like every interpretation of the ending is nothing but headcanon. Like, the ending is just so in your face about it's the truth, but it could also be a lie. Yeah. So much that whatever theory you got, because there's nothing concrete.
There's nothing concrete.
Besides being an alternate universe or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But even then, like Ben said,
that could be fucking lie,
what
mate.
he
should fucking lie.
What if he's a character in his own game and he's also like a victim of the whole lie and truth cycle, which is better than the hope and despair cycle. I'm glad they changed it, but I digress. Yeah, like what if it's just everything you say is headcanon. So my headcanon and the fact I've got called it that. Yeah. My headcanon of E3 is that DO1 and 2 did happen.
I think DO1 and 2
they were real events that happened in that universe. Yeah. And Team Danganronpa took inspiration from it. And because also, if you in DO1 and 2, they were actually broadcast in some shape or form, which probably gave them a bit of an idea of the world's so peaceful after the tragedy, which is the biggest, most awful despair in human history. Yeah. So maybe that had like a little bit of a knock-on effect where it's now too peaceful. Yeah. So let's do some entertainment, because like if you want to be meta, like we love killing games, like fucking like Alice in Borderlands, Battle Royale, and Squid Game especially, which came out recently. There's a bit of like there's a take on killing games itself as well, if you want to include that in that sort of like modern sort of like thing that people get into. Yeah. So that could also be a little bit of a commentary on that as well, on how we crave violence and death when it's not happening to us, because obviously like
it's alright if it's not happening to
stuff would be mundane as shit if it was nothing about peace and rainbows, and the story would also be boring about conflict. Yeah. So let's make the biggest conflict ever by just having murder and friends kill each other as the central conflict of this. And of course, as it shows in the final troll, the people love it. Yeah. There's a bunch of like people saying like, oh yeah, like Danganronpa, hope and despair, Katsu dies, I want to break Shuriichi's fingers. From the hardcore to like the people who are like really crass about it, to people who are semi-positive. It's like it's 100% a meta commentary to me.
Oh, it is. The fact that they used the live chat as well.
Even though it wasn't intended to piss people off, it certainly did, because honestly it goes either way whenever you're doing meta commentary, especially if it's like a call out on the modern world. Yeah. It is, because it's so on the nose. A lot of it is really on the nose. So of course people can get a thing, but me, I'm pretty good at taking a joke.
Oh yeah, me too.
And seeing called outs, I honestly.
You've seen our channel?
Well, there you go. Yeah, we don't drop a lot of jokes, do we?
But yeah. I think it's.
That's my headcanon on it.
I know, I can see why people don't like this ending. Of course, I can see that. I can see that they probably they took it as like, oh my god, because I even thought at the time while it was happening, I was like, oh shit, you've just erased DR1 and 2, but now thinking about it more clearly, they haven't. They haven't done that.
So yeah, I feel like it's kind of not fantastic at the end. Yeah. I mean, sorry, not the end. I feel like when I can't talk properly. When I'm not even drunk or anything. Yeah. When the class trial starts. Yeah. The final one. Yeah. I feel like it's an absolute fucking train wreck. It's all over the place. There's so much, and then the whole fiction, it's not real thing gets dropped like a bomb, and it's like, excuse me, what the fuck? And you're in such shock about it. Yeah. That the facts fly out the window. Yeah. It's so in your face about it that the whole thing about the entire franchise and series feels like it's thrown out the window at the time.
But
I feel like as you persist, and you get into it, and you definitely persist through it, because my fucking Christ, is an absolute
proceed. Proceed.
It's an absolute ring of fire to get through. Like you're walking barefoot across hot coal.
I'm honestly glad we played the drinking
throughout the entire trial.
In the sense, I'm glad we were playing a drinking game.
And then you're just like, oh my god, and then I feel really tuckered out the hope and despair thing that comes back on stage. It's like, oh, I really fucking can't anymore. Yeah. But then thank God Shuichi, the big Chad himself, comes in and he brings it right on back to truth and lies.
Yeah.
and he just says, "No, this is bullshit," and then that's when it gets substantially better.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's got a very...
The class trial is a slog. It
is.
It's the part 1 of JoJo where it's like, for fuck's sake, when is something gonna happen? I'm so used to seeing this bullshit.
Yeah.
But then it does happen. You're like, oh, thank God. and then it actually turns out to be pretty alright when you get to the end of it.
Thank God, or what the fuck are you doing?
That's what I felt when we first got into it.
I know.
And the first quarter, I was actually like, what are you actually doing? Like, are you actually gonna do this to your fan base and the game? Like, you're destroying everything. You're killing Danganronpa. And guess what? They kill Danganronpa at the end.
They do.
And they do it a lot better.
They do it in a way that makes sense to the story, though.
Yeah.
Like,
it gets really fucking stupid when that class trial begins, but that's the point of it.
But I do think...
It knows it is. It knows that the whole Junko being the mastermind thing is played out to death, and they prey on you for it. And boy, do I feel absolutely violated in that first half of the class trial.
I know. But the other thing is, like, you know when Samugi's showing what they were like before? Again, with that whole situation there, was that just Samugi cosplaying them?
Yeah.
Like, straight up.
Like, wait, what do you mean? What part?
You know when she's showing them what they're like...
Oh, they're casting?
Yeah, they're casting.
Oh, that's interesting.
Is that just Samugi cosplaying them?
She's just them in her disguise.
But then the other thing is, the weird thing about Samugi cosplaying, is she never once cosplayed any of the V3 cast.
No, she didn't.
Is that because they're real? Like, they're too real to cosplay? Like...
Yeah, is it because she can't, or because she chose not to? Is
like, does she?
Because if they are fictional, which they are, but then again, you could say the same thing about Cosbox. So that could have been her just straight up bullshit.
Yeah,
you know?
it's so much of this is just like how you take it.
Yeah, because you can say, oh, that's a hard fact, but it's like, well, no, what if it's just straight up a lie?
Yeah, because
it's that open-ended.
The game throws
nothing is 100% confirmed. It's sort of put trickles things here and there where it leaves enough for discussion, but it's still not 100. It could be close to being true, but it's not 100%. And as long as it ain't 100%, it's not exactly a whole truth, is it?
I honestly feel like Kodaka only said that the whole alternate universe. This is just my opinion. When he claimed that it's an alternate universe was to appease fans who were in an uproar.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's not true. I think this is connected. that is my honest opinion.
Again, it's just so much to digest. Even outside the game, it's like, man,
like the whole.
What even was that ending, dude?
Yeah, I know. It's like even the big fucking value of the whole thing called V3. It was actually like a 53.
Yeah.
Like that was to hammer home the point that like Kodaka is just like. This is so far removed from DR1 and 2. This is season like 53.
Yeah.
Like
when you really think about it, I actually because the execution, while like it's definitely a slog to get through. I can see how people would fall off of it pretty soon.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is crap, and it would leave like a bad taste in people's mouths. I'm not blaming anyone for hating this ending at all.
Yeah.
But I feel like the theme it was going for, I feel like it succeeded in there.
Yeah, we
And do you know what I got from that in the end after thinking about it a lot? I feel like the theme is that it's truth and lies, but also sticking with that, what I gained from that is that the truth isn't always what you want to believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is still a key theme to like what it's going for.
Yeah, again.
It's like, that makes sense because like people's truths are completely different with this game.
Yeah.
And their truths could be someone else's lie, because someone might think it's good, but then someone might think, no, it's crap, it's a cop-out, it's absolutely it pulled out of the arse. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
In a way, Danganronpa V3, Kodaka did what he's like wanted to do, I guess, with like the whole unsolvable like murder situation with Nagato.
Congrats, you've definitely left the fandom in complete and utter chaos.
Like, he's literally, this is an unsolvable like situation. The only one who knows the answer to this is Kodaka, and he's never gonna say it. Like even no matter what.
Kodaka's the ultimate wild card.
Like literally, like this is unsolved. Like we can't we can't have any clarification of what is true and what is like
the real ultimate
fake.
bullshit was Kodaka all along.
Exactly, that is like the grand takeaway from all of this. Is like it's what you choose to believe, which is again the theme of this game.
Yeah, with his super duper high school level disappointment. And we all know that disappointment is the true victor in this franchise at the end.
He pulled
disappointment is the true winner.
Disappointment is the true winner.
Because that is actually what the ending is all about. Complete and utter disappointment.
I agree. And
that's the point. And it achieved that point. I can't fault it for that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like it really did. It took me a while to understand it. I had to digest it for a while, but thinking more and more about this ending, I actually like it a lot. It grows on you. Like at the first you hate it, and then you're like, I'm thinking more, especially editing back through it while I was sober. I was like, I could see what it was trying to do while I was sober, and I was like, yeah, no, you know what? Like, I get it. I understand this. This is what the game was.
Yeah, it honestly really hurts to think about. And honest to God, I would not get into a debate about this with anyone online.
Oh, no.
That is the biggest ass. That's a big ass minefield. I do not want to cross, thanks. I think I'd rather keep it to close associates and friends. I'm scared, man.
Please be nice to us in the comment section about this.
I honestly watch people debate it while eating sweet popcorn.
Yeah.
But, I'm not gonna get involved. No way. I'll choose to be a massive coward. Thank you, kind. We all peed the game, and that's all you're getting. And you got your sober take on it from us too. That's it. Don't expect us to integrate it.
Yeah, please don't This is our opinion. Don't hate us if you disagree with our opinion. It's fine.
I need that sweet closure.
It's fine. It's fine to disagree with this opinion. By
all means.
I honestly probably
give out any fact you want. You probably won't believe it because that's what the game is all about.
In some ways though, that if you didn't have the prologue bit at the end.
Oh, that fucking prologue! I hate that prologue.
Not prologue, the prologue, the epilogue at the end.
Oh yeah, and the stinger at the end.
If it just had ended with Kibo killing everyone.
Yeah.
Like, that would literally...
that would have been limp as shit.
But then would you have still said it was a good ending?
Yeah, because you could argue that kind of misses the point as well because they survive. But then you could also say that because their ultimate real fiction is obviously changing the world.
Yeah.
My final message.
Yeah.
It's changed the world, as the meme goes.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, people inherently want a happy ending, don't they?
Yeah.
So what if the people who want they want their favourites to be alive sort of overlap that?
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue also that without that you wouldn't get the whole shit with them debating about Samugi.
It wouldn't be an open and shut case without this epilogue.
It would have no closure.
Yeah.
Which again is what Shuichi and Co were going for.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, you still don't get closure.
You don't have closure anyway.
Because the door is open, and now it's like, now they're going to Truman the way out of there, and obviously that's how that film ends.
Yeah, but it's like again, so what
now?
Yeah, it's like I feel like that the series of Danganronpa is like, it's either in the Danganronpa world, if it is a TV show, that either skyrocketed ratings because of how crazy that ending was, or the fact that it was such a big disappointment, it's run its course and they just cancel it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the end of Danganronpa in a way.
Yeah. I mean, another killing game could arise under a different name. But Danganronpa, that honestly seems like a big killing blow to the management because ratings just
plummeted. Everyone tuned off.
Yeah, everyone pissed off in the audience. Again, more meta commentary because the ending is still polarized into this moment.
And it's the thing is, even when we were drunk, what you said was still really true with the sense that the audience is acting the same way that the player might be taking it, and Kodaka was aware of that. He was aware that it was going to cause this problem.
Danganronpa is about, it plays with you you feel like you've got the piss taken out of you by a bunch of people at school.
Yeah, that's a good.
And this ending just feels like a big climactic, like send off.
It really does.
With that kind of like feeling, and I definitely feel that way. So I signed up for that.
I mean,
for Danganronpa, and I got it.
I
got it in a way more of a harsher way than I would have expected, but like I got it.
I mean, like it surprised you. Like that was the whole intention of a murder mystery, right? It's to surprise you. It's to shock you.
Big
and
plot
like
twists, and oh my god, I can't believe so and so killed the lovely flower girl.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Like that's like the whole like murder mysteries are like that though. That is the intention of murder mysteries, is to surprise you. That's what it is.
Except this one's super anime.
Except this one goes to the level of you are the person.
They've got all the incest.
Yeah, but that's
which
again.
I wrote you like this, the incest crazy girl,
and I believe that. I believe that because there's a lot of it.
Yeah, there's a fair bit more in this game than the others.
So I believe Samugi is a massive incest fan, which again, she's yours. She's yours because like I thought about it more and like if she's into that.
You get everyone with Samugi.
Yeah, but she's also into a lot of incest stuff, so you get everyone with a lot of like incest as well.
Oh yeah, I mean there's the shit with the monoclubs and there's big stuff with Cork.
Like she probably wrote a lot of that in there. Yeah. Like she probably I do think that yes she was a victim, but I also do think she was telling the truth when she said she was part of the staff.
Yeah.
That part I can believe.
And they're still the big bads at the end of the day.
Yeah.
The staff you don't even see.
She's probably the only one who like maybe was there voluntarily, like of her own free will. I don't know if the others actually were, or they actually got kidnapped. It's just a lot of variables with the whole world at peace. I don't know, like it's interesting. It's very interesting. We could be here all day, but I think that's
another debatable subject.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be our take, guys. I liked it. So before we end off, where would you put this in terms of games? Like, where would you rate this ending compared to 2 and 1?
Oh, your battery's low, man. You might want to charge that.
I thought it was plugged in.
Apparently not. Good thing your computer tells you that.
Oh God.
To be continued.
1 second.
Be right back.
1 second.
Leave you hanging there, ladies and gents.
Back. Sorry about that. Quick thing. Where would you put this in terms of your endings of like 1, 2, 3 UDG? I will include UDG as well because they had endings.
One's was. Oh, your thing froze.
Is it?
Yeah, it's stuck on 16. Oh no, sorry.
No, it's cool. It's
fine.
Alright, it's fine. Yeah, go on.
One's ending was a massive dick move. Because it ends on that massive cliffhanger. It's like, you bastards.
Yeah, one was like...
But then it needed to end that way. Because, again, that's like, the beginning of the Hope's Peak arc. With 2 and 3. I really liked DR2. I really like its ending. I feel like its twist is insane, but plausible enough that it's not really stupid.
Yeah.
It's really hard because V3 is so different from those in terms of endings. It really is,
but it's still part of
if I was to like put those endings in tiers, I feel like V3 would have its own tier. Like it would go C is DR1, B is Ultra Despair Girls, A is 2, and V3 would just have its own tier. I actually don't know. I still don't know to this day. I feel it's more positive than negative.
And the anime as well, I forgot to include that.
Oh no, anime is definitely the lowest. Not that I hated it.
Yeah.
But it was definitely the weakest ending and entry for me.
Fair enough.
Personally.
It had some good things, but it did some things wrong.
Yeah, but V3's ending, if I was to really like have to give it a rating from the top of my head, if I really had to, it'd probably be a very high A.
Okay, high A.
Could have been executed better, but I understood it. I think. And it succeeds with its themes that it's going for.
Yeah,
I feel like it succeeds in what it's going for, even if it's executed could have been better. That's my take on it. That's how I feel about it. Overall, I liked it. it was fine.
I liked it.
It's a Danganronpa ending, and it's definitely a final Danganronpa ending. So there you go.
Yeah, I think my favorite ending is 2. Because for me, I kind of like 2 was like a really good like ending in the sense that like without including the anime, like let's just pretend the anime never happened. If you don't include the anime and you just had that ending of 2, that would have been really good. Like that would have been a really good ending.
So you definitely feel the anime rouge 2 a little bit.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. A lot of people think that's fine, but honestly, I can understand why.
Because I just feel the way it was left, like I know it said that these people might survive, like yeah. But I kind of liked that it was like, oh, it's your choice to choose if they actually survived or not, like in the sense that are they gonna come back or not. Like I felt like it was better left ambiguous, like the way they did it with just like him just staring out at the boat.
The ambiguity of DR2's ending I felt was a lot better than DR1's.
Yeah.
DR1's was, well, that has got, like, imagine if we just played DR1 and there was nothing else after that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we still like the game,
Yeah.
And the ending was still like, yeah, no, you can still have a talk about what happened and what didn't.
Yeah.
But that is definitely the most on-the-nose sequel bait.
Yeah, that was super sequel baity.
Yeah.
Whereas 2, I don't think 2 was trying to go for sequel bait.
2 felt like...
it could be the end.
Felt like a reasonable ending.
Yeah.
Where you could talk about, like, you know, what happened, did they survive
and
or
it
not.
built on 1 as well.
Well, as 3 confirms it, it's like,
yeah, 3 just like...
it's nice, but I preferred it when it wasn't confirmed.
I kind of wish they didn't come back. I'm being honest. I kind of wish that was it for them.
Yeah.
Like, because it took away... It also
and then you can argue that a V3 did that up to 11, where too much is left open to interpretation, which in a way it kind of is.
It kind of is.
But that is also the point of it, because truth and lies.
So if
no matter how you put it, it's a really ballsy way of doing things.
It is.
Whether you thought they fucked up or they succeeded, you gotta respect the absolute bollocks for risking that.
Yeah, you do have to respect them for actually like giving it like 100%.
I felt like they really put everything on the line for that, and honestly, it was on the line, and it did cross the line for a lot of people.
And I feel like,
but there is a select few who did enjoy it, and you know what? I feel like I'm one of those people where I'm like, yeah, no, I can accept it.
I feel like Kodaka,
it makes sense, even though it doesn't make sense. It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
Like,
if that makes any sense. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
God, that makes sense.
I feel like this is what Kodaka has always intended for Danganronpa to end as well. Like, if you just go back and like look at like DR1 and 2, and you just keep looking at those free time events, they really sound like they're in like a fucking TV show now that you look at them more.
We've got to go into these free time events, just accepting that these. I mean, yes, I get it. I get. The Monokuma thing. When he's talking to the audience. Oh right, that was the theaters,
Yeah, but not the free time events.
Yeah, no, the free time events. We've got to go in at knowing that yes, this is indeed a work of fiction.
But has that really changed? It always has been a work of fiction.
There's still the characters that we've sort of grown to love and hate throughout the series. So I guess I'm just gonna go in there just treating them how they've always been throughout the game.
Of course.
And if
looking out for little hints.
Yes, and if they're crap and we don't like them, then we can blame it on Tsumugi.
Exactly, because she wrote them.
Oh
no, I don't know how many of them.
It's fine because at the end of the day, they're still written characters, which they are.
Yeah!
Oh, it's fucking dickheads! Oh, Kodaka!
That is actually funny.
You're just gonna up and leave after that? Yeah, he certainly is.
Yeah.
He didn't work on Danganronpa S there, I said it correctly.
Yeah, he didn't work on Danganronpa S.
Decadence is the pack. I'm sorry, True. Can you forgive me now that I've called it Danganronpa S for once?
He finally did it, people.
Yeah.
I didn't.
That button's still behind emergency glass, by the way.
It is hanging there.
But for now, I think it's time we do the free time events.
I think so too, guys.
But that's just hammered in for me the lesson that I've always learned, and that's to never hype up anything. Just treat every game like it's a Nintendo Direct, and you'll never get hurt. Yeah, and you do, and you end up really hurting yourself sometimes, and I get sad when you do. Whereas I just come back more apathetic than I already was
I've learned
going
to do
into it.
Less.
Or sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I didn't expect that. Yeah, let's go, Bayonetta 3. That kind of thing.
Yeah, but sometimes I do it less. It's only when there's smoke and there's fire I get hyped. Like, sorry, rumors.
But sometimes there is no fire. Sometimes it's just smoke that just pisses off in the wind.
Yeah.
And again, like, you can... I feel like we've rabbited on a bit too much.
Yeah, we have.
Ambiguity of the ending. Because if we keep on going, it's going to be another 15 minutes.
In conclusion, me and Joe actually really like the ending. And for my order of
I've seen enough, I'm satisfied.
For my order of Danganronpa endings, I think... anime is probably at the bottom.
Yeah, me too.
1's probably second.
Oh, you like Ultra Despair Goes more than 1?
I really like the Ultra Despair ending. It was quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 is great. I think 1 has the best atmosphere for me.
Yeah.
It feels the most claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Out of all of them.
Yeah.
His characters are still pretty good. Some they're definitely weaker than the DR2 cast, who are my favorite cast. And V3 is again has got its own tier, but it's a high tier.
It is.
I can't conclusively put it anywhere on a legit tier list.
It's a toss up between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like which one I liked more.
I think our tier lists are exactly the same.
Yeah, I actually do think we've got a similar tier list there.
There you go. Two sides to the same coin, ladies and gents. There we go. Maybe we should LP the series or something.
Alright, guys. We will see you.
Thanks. Remember, disappointment always wins.
In the free time events.
In everything.
Hey, see you next time. Alright, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. Here's our shoutouts to our Dionysus Patreons.
Anime Queen 1227,
Armored Spiral Helix,
Blackout,
Catabatic,
Coffee Enthusiast,
Critfinity, Daniel Taylor,
Flashplex,
Memento Young,
Naming Master,
Neon Citizen Teal, Princess Peach,
Scariness,
Ceramon,
Sherigon LP,
Zifrax, Simplistic 623,
Swiss Gecko,
True Divination. Thank you for watching the video, everyone. The links to our Patreon and all of our other socials are down below. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and we'll see you all in the next video.